Hello planty people, I'm Empress Erie. Welcome back to my channel, Plant Tips with Empress. Now, this is the first and what I hope I can remember to make a regular series, which I am going to call Water Baby Wednesdays. So I do a lot of propagating and I have a lot of plants that grow hydroponically, and I just thought I'd do a little series where we check in on them every week or every second week. So it'll just be going through all of my current propagations, having a look at their root systems, seeing how they're going, dealing with any issues that might pop up, and yeah. So I'm going to do separate videos on like hydroponic growing and propagating and all of that sort of stuff as proper instructional videos. So these aren't going to be that. These are just going to be little check-ins to see how my babies are doing, see how much they've grown recently, and yeah, just kind of looking and seeing. Hope that's okay. So I have a very crowded propagation station. I I need a second one which has a heat pad and some more lights, but I'm yet to set that up. So at the moment I'm just kind of double stacking everything. So here I have what is technically a novelty shot glass set. I don't drink, so I found this from back in the day when I did, and it's just been a perfect little propagation station. And then mostly I just use jars, and then we have some plastic containers and a few other things. This is one of my areas for my water babies, and as we go through this video, we're going to look at a couple of the others. I thought I'd just incorporate my water change in with this, and we're going to start with that shot glass set that I had there. So in here at the moment I have some polka dot plants, which are these two end ones. I have a nerve plant, Phytotona, or however you say it. I have, oh, that's another polka dot plant there. And then we have two peperomias. So these polka dot plants have taken off really quickly. It was given to me as a fresh cutting, and since then has kind of gone a little wild. So it's got lots of healthy roots here. So I'm not sure of the technical name. I need to look it up. But I'm going to call these the primary roots, and then these little hairy ones are the secondary roots. That's just what I'm calling them. I'm sure there are some technical names, which I will find out for my next Water Babies update. So this one has a whole bunch of these primary roots, which are the ones that come out first, and then a whole bunch of these secondary roots. This is probably ready to be potted soon, but I really like to leave my water propagations just a little bit longer so that they're super big and healthy. Now, if you don't have very good tap water, you should probably use filtered water. Again, I'm going to talk about water requirements in my water propagation specific video. So this one is a silver peperomia leaf that fell off my peperomia. It's not doing anything yet. Hopefully it will be next week when I come back for updates, right? Now my tap water is pretty good. I've never had any problems with my tap water directly propagating my plants. I've never needed to use filtered water, but I do have filtered water for some of my sensitive plants. Now this nerve plant has, I don't know how well you can see it there, here, and there. Has some new roots growing through, so that's good. My nerve plant, I repotted it, and I repotted it into a pot that it was not happy with. It was really happy with the first pot I had it in, and then I repotted it, and I probably shouldn't have because it kind of lost its mind at me a little bit. I'm going to try not to swear, but I probably will because I'm a bit like that. This polka dot plant, again, has nothing either. So it's just... Now, I try and update my water on my propagatings at least once a week if I can remember. Oh, here we have one that's interesting. So this is a peperomia green caparata. I put it in propagating a few weeks ago, months ago maybe. I can't even remember. I didn't actually keep a track of when I started this one. But look at it. It's doing quite well. Come on, focus, please. Thank you. So it's got lots of big leaves at the moment. It's got lots of those primary and secondary roots happening. So it's got a lot of those sort of, come on camera, can you please focus? Thank you. So it's got a lot of those sort of hairy roots coming off the main roots. That's probably ready to be pot next week. I think I'll pot that one up. Move that back a bit because I'm getting water all over everything. Here's another polka dot plant. This one was given to me with this new growth coming out the top, except these fresh little baby leaves just here, they're brand new from being in water prop. So the whole time it's been in water prop, it's grown a lot of healthy roots, which is looking good. Yay, very happy. So that one's doing quite well. If I can, sorry, I keep doing it off camera. It's a little hard to see. There we go. All right. So that's that shot glass set there. So that's all my water changes. You can see all of the root stuff that's happening in there. This one has new growth as well. When this went in here, it was just a couple of crispy sort of sticks that I was a bit worried about. But all of these new leaves are new leaves while being in the water propagating. So that's made me really happy. That's super awesome. So I'm not going to water change all of these because we'd be here forever. But I will take them all out and show you what they are and what their roots looking like. So hopefully in the next video they'll look better and more impressive. So here we have a couple of my dogs could just be quiet, that'd be good. A couple of synonym, I can't say it, so I'm not going to keep trying. I will put the word on the screen. There you go, see, there's the word on the screen right there. Now there are two separate cuttings in here. They've been in water for a while now. I'm not sure. One of these I might actually keep permanently hydro, and I might pot the other one up just for funsies, see how we're going. Oh look, we have a new leaf. Pretty new leaf. So these are doing well. One of them has a bit of a pink tinge to the middle. The other one's just all green. So I don't know if they're different types. They were kind of just given to me. So I don't know what types they are or anything. So if you know, let me know. That'd be cool. Here we have a Snow Queen. It was given to me semi-rooted. So it already had these roots here. It hasn't given me any amazing, anything interesting since I've had it, but, you know, hopefully it'll start doing something soon. It's so pretty though, that colouring is lovely. So that's a type of pothos. Pothos? I can't say the species names properly, so most of the fun you guys are going to have in these most of the fun you peeps are going to have in these videos is listening to me unable to say the technical species names of all these plants. So this is another one of these. So let me just put the name of them on the screen. There it is. This one is called a Pink Illusion though. You can't really see the pink in it from my grow lights, giving a really yellow tinge. So let me just reset the lighting there a little bit. There we go. So here you can see it has a really beautiful pink tinge. When these plants are bigger, it has quite a lot of pink in the foliage. Now this one fell off a repot that I did as a gift for my mum for Mother's Day. And then this little tiny baby fell off and it had the tiniest little bit of stem on it. And I just went, all right, let's see if we can grow it. Now on here, it's had, focus please camera, thank you. It's had a little bit of root, like a bit of gross leaf fall off. So we're just gonna gently take off those gross bits of leaf. Just gonna give it a quick wash. Oh wow, so this has been in water for a week and a half and it's already given me a little baby root there. So that's really impressive. I'm really happy with that. So I'm just going to keep that one doing what it's doing. These propagate so easily. It'd be great if my camera could focus on my hand and not the sink. Thank you. These propagate so easily. I'm really happy with that. All right. This one only went in water the other day. It is some kind of philodendron, red something. The main mama plant's doing a bit sad, so I'm a bit worried that the mama plant's going to die. It's been not happy since I got it, so I cut off a big section of it, just in case my mama plant dies, I have a cutting with some roots, aerial roots on it that will hopefully, do well in case I lose the mummy plant. At the moment, it's not doing anything. I have only had it in there for less than a week, and philodendrons take a long time before you start seeing any action on them. At least on average. You'll get the occasional one that'll, throw out a root really quickly, but usually with my philodendrons, I've not had them root in water very quickly, but they will keep growing leaves and they'll grow, so it'll grow a whole bunch of new leaves probably before I see any, so this leaf that's starting to develop here, so this leaf will probably open before I see any root development on the stem here, which is what I've had with my phillos before. So this is Micans, I think I'm saying that correctly. It's a type of philodendron or pothos, it's one or the other. This one's been in water a while. Oh, we've got a little bit of rot here actually. That's not good. So this one I haven't checked properly because it's been up on the windowsill. It's probably gotten a bit too cold actually. So there's a little bit of root rot on the ends there. So you can see that that's just kind of come off. These roots are new roots that have grown in water. So I might actually look into potting that up. But it also has, if it's going to focus on the root, there we go, thank you. So this here, these bits here, that and that is brand new root growth. So that's interesting. So it's got root growth and unhappy root bits at the same time. I haven't been changing my water properly. It's probably my fault. So I need to be better with my water changes on that one. So you just want to give it a rinse, rub down, give those gross bits a bit of a rub. You want to get any of those gross bits off. Make sure that it's happy again and get it looking back to normal. Now I'm just going to keep more of an eye on this one than I normally would now that I've seen this because, oh, come on, just focus. So stupid. Thank you. I'm going to keep more of an eye on this than I would have normally now that I've seen that, just because I'm a bit concerned. It's got a new leaf coming out. This leaf has opened since it's been in hydro, but it's got weirdly squashed. I'm really considering potting this one up soon, just because I want to have it hanging in a hanging pot and watch the leaves catch the sunshine, because they do this beautiful red tone when they catch the sunshine. All right. Moving on to this big giant begonia leaf. So this begonia leaf is starting to get a little crunchy around the edges, but that's okay because the roots are finally growing. This one didn't do anything for quite a while. I was a bit worried that it was not going to do anything at all, and then it started to give me roots. So it's looking good. It's nowhere near ready for potting yet. I like to wait till these begonia cuttings have like a massive root system before I will consider potting that up at all. Another begonia. This is one of the angel wing spotty varieties. I can't remember which one. I don't think I was told when I was given it. It's just very cute. Now this one has a lot of happy roots happening. Still, I wouldn't consider potting this up yet though. I'm going to give it quite a while longer before I pot that up. I'm going to wait till the root system's about here. But, if I keep remembering to do this series regularly, you will see that before it happens. In here we have a watermelon peperomia that was in my mini greenhouse and I hoped would do better in water, but I don't think it is. Its little roots on the end here are just not doing well. Oh well. The leaf was really damaged when I put it in there. I didn't actually think it would give me growth. I might pop it back in my little mini hothouse and kind of chop it up a little bit and hope that I get something out of it. Watermelon peps hate me. I don't know what it is. I have so much luck with other peperomias, and then water peperomias are just like, nah, I don't think so. And I love the watermelon ones. Now, this is a bit of donkey tail that was given to me by a friend. This one has, oh no, things are falling when they shouldn't. This has no action on it yet. Hopefully soon. It's a succulent. Succulents take a bit longer, often I have found. We have some more, polka dot plant, which these ones are really, really rooting really well. These root so quickly. I heard that they did, but it's my first time trying them, and they've only been in water like 3 weeks or something. It's funny how some plants will take 6 months to give you any action at all, and then some will be like, hey, this is me in 3 weeks. Look. So they've got nice big legs now. I'm just going to put them straight back in so that they're safe. I'm going to water change it after the video because I've got a lot to show you. This is a silver sword philodendron. Now this philo was doing really badly in dirt. I don't know if it was the condition it came to me in or what, but it dropped nearly all of its leaves and it was just a twig, and I was super concerned about losing it. So I put it in hydro, and it has been in hydro for quite a while now. You can see it's got new roots. All of these, oh, come on, camera, really? Okay. So all of the new white roots that you can see, so there's one here, there's one there, and the tips of here. That's all new growth. The brown roots, the dirty roots, are the roots that were in soil and dirt, I guess. This is the only surviving leaf that came from the original plant before I put it in water. And since being in water, it has grown, focus please, thank you. It has grown 1, 2, these 3, this little weird little mutant leaf. And then down in here, it has a new leaf bud there. It has a new root popping through there. It has another new leaf bud there. If it could focus, you could see it. I don't know why the camera thinks the sink is more important, because it's not. So, yeah, it's got new buds in here. Oh my God. I will get a better setup for this for my weekly basis, because this is not working. I keep bumping the tripod. All right. So you can see it's got new buds coming through for leaves and roots, which is great because it's such a pretty plant, and I was so scared I was losing it, but it's finally coming back. So yay for the silver sword. If, you can see it. Oh my God. All right, so I moved that camera a little bit because that was getting really irritating. So this is some kind of cactus of some variety. I don't know what it is. It was given to me. I propagated half of it already. Oh my God, stop knocking glass over. And this is the first half of it, but when it was propagating in water before, it started growing this random aerial root, I guess it is, halfway down the stem. And because it's such a long, thin sort of plant, I wanted to fill out the pot a bit more, so I snipped it in half and I am re-propagating it. So I'm expecting roots to grow from here, where that aerial root's popping out. I'm expecting roots to grow from the end here, because that's where they grew for the first half of the cutting, which has since been potted up. And then when this one, is big and has roots as well, I'll pop it in the pot with the other one, and it will, fill the plant out, and it'll give me a fuller, happier looking plant in the long run. Okay. We're nearly done with these ones. Oh my goodness. So this is a chisel stone succulent. The poor baby, it got mealybugs, and then it got root rot, and then I had to lop its head off, and then I let the head dry for 5 days, and then I dipped it in rooting hormone, and now it is propagating. And I'm really hoping I can save it. It got root rot because it got overwatered while I was treating it for the mealybugs. So, you know, it also lost a lot of leaves in the mealybug treatment because the mealies were all kind of jammed up in there. I hate mealybugs, don't even get me started. So I have a whole bunch of the leaves propagating in my succulent dishes. But, you know, this stem I'm hoping to save with water prop. It has nothing happening yet because it's only been in there for 2 days. And then here we have a peperomia. This snapped off a plant the other day that I got, and then I tripped in my front door as I came home and I snapped it in half because I'm clever like that. And I have some mobility things, so I do trip over and hurt myself quite a bit. So, yeah, I'm expecting roots to kind of pop out of this stem in quite a while. The last time I propagated one of these, oh my gosh, I think it took 4 months because about 4 months before I ended up with any roots on it. So I'm not expecting anything from this anytime soon. So that'll be one that, you know, will take a while, and then eventually, hopefully, we'll see some action. Okay, so these aren't so much water babies, but they are propagation updates. So I figured I'd throw them in there, and if you peeps don't like them, let me know, and I will not do it in these videos. But I figured they're interesting enough that people might want to see. So here I have some of my makeshift mini greenhouses that I build out of recycling. And there we have I think this is a purple caparata, raspberry ripple, something like that. It has some new babies in there. This is the only watermelon peperomia cutting that I seem to have going that likes me at the moment, which is in here. We have a couple new stems popping up. It has some roots under there, which is good. So hopefully I can get a happy plant out of that one, because watermelon peps really hate me. Here we have another ripple caparata peperomia, which has got, I don't know if that's a new little leaf popping through there or not. I guess we'll know in a week if that's a leaf or not, or if that's a bit of moss. Here is another green ripple, which is doing very happily. And in my other little homemade mini greenhouse here, I have a whole bunch of peperomia silvers that my dear friend gave me. These are all starting to really take off at the moment, as you can see. They've got all of these big new leaves growing. They're actually probably ready to be potted into their own pots soon. I'm going to give it just a little bit longer, just because I can. And then we have a couple more over here. There we go, look at that. It's so beautiful. You probably hear the garbage truck in the background. You can also hear my dog before. Everything's being noisy. Here are these leaves that these also broke off that plant that I tripped and broke the other day. So, yeah. I'm hoping I can get some growth out of it. If I'm lucky, maybe I'll get lots of new plants out of my little slip and accident. Now, this moss is quite dry and crunchy, so I'm going to have to give this a spray before I put it back away. Now in this is my little sweetheart mini greenhouse. You probably saw in that one a whole bunch of string of hearts started and kind of went, what? String of heart leaves? And yes, you can propagate from string of heart leaves. I'm going to do a whole video on just how to propagate a string of heart leaf. But as you can see here, this baby has not only a pure white variegated leaf, because these are all variegated string of heart cuttings, but it has a whole new stem coming up, which is super amazing. So I will do a video on how I propagate string of hearts like this, which is a method I saw talked about on the internet and then tried for myself. So it works. Then in this one, I have a couple of experiments. So because I saw that work with the string of heart cuttings, leaves, so they're just single leaves. They're not even cuttings. There's no stem on them. They're just leaves. I wanted to try the same thing with some string of dolphins as well. So I got given some string of dolphin cuttings that I took quite a bit of the leaves off the stem and just put in the pot, and I won't water for weeks and just going to let it propagate that way. But I took a whole bunch of those leaves off and I've kind of just thrown them in here, and I hope, maybe, I guess we'll find out. Keep watching these videos and I guess we'll find out whether or not it works, won't we? In here we've also got a Peperomia variegata caparata, which I think I'm saying that all right, is absolutely stunning. This has grown off the smallest piece of a leaf ever. So there was a leaf that I had that was not doing well in water prop. So I took it out of the water prop and I razor bladed off all of the bad stuff, and I was left with half a leaf or less. And then it's been in here and now it has this beautiful variegated markings, which is super special. And it has like a extra stem popping up and so much new growth, and I'm so happy with it. I'm really scared to move it out there in case I accidentally kill it because it's so pretty. So all of these are my dodgy makeshift greenhouses, but they work really, really well. So I'm going to do a video on how to make one because they work great for me. So, you know, they don't look the best, but my goodness, are they successful. So in here we have some more polka dot plant. That's a bit of Hoya Kerry stem that came off a Hoya that wasn't doing well. So I don't expect that stem to survive, to be honest. But I threw it in there just to see what happens. Another raspberry ripple, some more silver peps. They're all doing great. These polka dot plants have doubled in size since they've been in this. So they're obviously very happy in there. And then my last one, this is a bit of a sad story. This one, I had a beautiful string of hearts that was 2 meters, about 2 meters long. It was almost as tall as me. Well, that is taller than me. So it was about the same height as I was when it was at its glory. And then the mealybugs got it. Mealybugs. So mealybugs are probably my worst enemy of the last 6 months. They kind of infested my entire plant collection, and I will never, ever get over it because I've lost about 3 or 4 of my beautiful prized plants from the mealybug infestation, and quite a lot of them are still in really harsh recovery mode. So this was my beautiful string of hearts. I just laid the whole string over, pinned it down with some wire that you can see here, and I've started to get some new growth, which is good at least. So when this has rooted well, I will take the whole thing and plop it on top of a pot, and maybe one day it will be long and glorious again. Maybe one day. So we've gone back to the handheld Blair Witch style for some checkups on some of my hydros. So here we have my stunning little baby monstera that has a brand new leaf that just popped up the last few days. I wasn't here for a few days and I came home and it was open. So I'm really happy about that. It was given to me quite damaged. I was asked to save it to see if I could do anything to help it, and I have quite a few Monstera deliciosas already, and I really wanted to try one in hydroponic, and so this was my chance to try it. I wasn't sure how she would go, but she's doing really, really, really well, and you know, to the point where she's got this stunning, perfect, healthy new leaf. So I'm calling that one a win. I also have a neon pothos here that has some new growth coming through. It's another hydro one that's doing very well. I love my little hydro water babies. Speaking of hydro updates, here is a pink princess that I have living in hydro at the moment. She's about to throw out a new leaf, so in the next few updates of this video, hopefully there will be a new leaf for you to look at from this pink princess. I really hope it's a nice leaf. This plant I bought because she had really heavy half and half, you know, variegation and some really nice big chunks, which you can still see some of on her little leaves in here. But I really hope that this new leaf opens up with some, you know, really nice heavy pink within it. I hope. Fingers crossed, right? Fingers crossed. Please, baby. This is my Marble Queen pothos that has been in hydro for quite a while now. I had a few problems with Marble Queens in soil. I found them very sensitive. I had one root rot almost instantly. It was really, it was just intense how quickly it went downhill and I lost it. So this one I've kept in hydro for now because I'm actually scared to convert it back to soil in case I lose it. And it's got a new leaf popping, so at the moment I'm just gonna keep her where she is. She hangs awkwardly in this pot here, which doesn't look the cutest if you're up close, but from a distance she looks fine, right? This is another one of my hydroponic pink princesses. This one I picked up at the hardware store for $4 because she was very damaged and hence why she's missing her big leaves on the end there. And this leaf kind of looks so weird. It was quite damaged, but I didn't want to remove too much. But it did come out with a nice splooge of pink in it. So that's given me some hope for her. Her water's very empty at the moment, so she's going to need a top up. And yeah, but she's doing really, really well in her little jar here. That new leaf that's just opened since being in hydro is looking so glossy and healthy. So that makes me super happy, really happy for her. She was a very sad case when I got her, the poor baby, but she's doing so well now. Yay! I'm a super fan of hydro philodendrons, as you will start to notice. This one is a imperial red that was so sad in the soil because where I live was super dry over summer and a lot of my plants really suffered. And this one did nothing but drop leaves all summer, the poor bub. And then in hydro, it has a new leaf popping up. So, you know, it's happy. Oh wait, is that another new leaf? Look! I'm not sure if the camera's catching it. There we go. Look at that. It's got 2 new leaves popping up. Well, I wasn't sure if this one was going to stay in hydro for a little longer, but I think it has just told me that it would like to stay in hydro. It's kind of funny because the leaf is so ginormous and in comparison, the little jar that it's in just looks kind of comical, but it's happy. So you do you, girl, you do. They're not all success stories, are they? This one is, I'll just put it down in the bathroom. This was another discount hardware store philodendron that I went, I'll throw it in hydro and see if I can save it. So it seems to be really, really unhappy. It's got yellowing leaves. The stem isn't rotten or squishy, but it's not looking happy. So I'm going to pull this out and give it a chop, and then I'm going to put it in a seaweed soak because it has a new leaf coming out and the new leaf looks really healthy. So this could just be old damage from the hardware store discount rack. Let's see if we can get it in better light. There we go. So she's a bit dusty. She needs a wash. But if I can get it to focus, that would be nice. It's got a, yeah, so it's got a healthy new leaf coming out, which is a really nice sign. So that shows me that even though some of these leaves are looking really sad, maybe she is a success story after all. Oh, precious. So in the next water baby update video, you'll see her pruned and in a different vessel because this one's no longer working for her. She was propped up beautifully in this when I first put her in there, but those sad leaves have really affected that. So I'm going to find a vessel that is a lot more appropriate for her size of her stem, and she can sit up happy and proud, and I will chop off all of those sad leaves and hopefully get her back to happy. Now look, some of you might call me a sucker, but if I see a baby really, really discounted and about to get thrown out at the shop, I will buy it. And this one's another one. This is a philodendron something. I don't even know what they are when they buy. They usually just say philodendron indoor plant. So I don't always know what they are. But this one has a new leaf opening as well. It looks really kind of weird and it needs its water topped up. So I'm going to do that as well after this video. But it has a new leaf and I'm super happy with it because I wasn't sure if it was going to recover. It was in such bad shape. But it's bouncing back. So that is my bathroom philodendron hydroponic shelf. It's the top of the the cupboard. Most people put beauty products up there. I put plants. Here is another pothos of some variety. I think it is a pearls and jade, but I'm not 100% sure. It has a lot of happy new root growth. I'm considering potting this one up because I want it to hang and trail, and it's much easier to hang a plant when it's in soil in water rather than in water. But it's been doing well in this beautiful little vintage vase that I found at the op shop. Just as I went to move it though, it did drop off an old leaf, which I didn't manage to catch on camera, but it did drop an old leaf. So yeah, but it is opening a new leaf at the same time. So it's opened a new leaf here and dropped an old leaf at the same time. So anyway, so that is my first Water Baby Wednesday of an update of my indoor propagations. I might do another update another day on my succulent ones if you like. I also have a massive outdoor succulent propagating as well, but this video has gone on long enough, so I think if you've made it to the end, good job. If you weren't bored, excellent. I don't really know what to say. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you on the next Water Babies Wednesday for my next update.